All right. We were uh, discussing some very important personal issues before the mandatory 1 hour as allowed by Instagram expired. So we had to take a break, and then we are back for the second half, the second quarter. No matter the point you're looking at it from. NBBFInstalive. This edition is with Kelechi Anuna, a silver medalist at the 2017 FIBA AfroBasket Championship, and also a gold medalist at the 2018 National Sport Festival with Federal Capital Territory team that had the likes of Diki Azama, Stanley Gumot. Who else were your teammates there?
Stanley Gumut, Abdul, who else?
Ade,
Oh boy,
Ade.
Ade was there. Ade, yeah. This guy
Select.
Sele was there.
Um,
Yeah.
how much of relationship do you have with these guys? The guys back home here, and who will you say is your closest pal and why?
Mm. The guys I play with FCT or just
No, no,
period, any local
guys
player.
who are professionals in Nigeria, guys back home here, whether FCT, whether
Um, I would have to say like it's a lot of them. A few of them are now here in the States, but I would have to say like either Azoma, Abdul, because we all played the national team together. Sele, that guy's a joke, a clown. But Sele, Sele, like Ade and Moses are like my junior brothers. Like I take them like my junior brothers. Who else? Those are the far as professionals. Then I have a lot of because of my foundation, I have a lot of younger ones who when I come back in the country, I make sure if they're in the East, I make sure I see them in Lagos, especially I go to police college. Akin, Tomoe. I know they're not pros, they retired, but those are I would say those are two of my guys. Like Tomoe is a character. He's a character.
um,
So yeah.
let's look at you as a Nigerian kid,
Mm,
born in the US, but I had a stint back in Nigeria in Lagos, right? You schooled in Lagos.
mm. No. Oh,
Oh,
wait.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you say uh, is the all-time best Nigerian basketball player? The all-time Nigerian basketball player.
Mm. That is easy now. That has to be Baba now. Akeem
Okay.
Olajuwon.
So, but he didn't play for Nigeria. What about those guys that played for the national team?
They played for Nigeria. Mm. Ooh. See, me, I'm kind of biased. I'm kind of biased. There was a lot of good players. Uh, what's to be his last name? Kinsley Ogumere, point guard, played with.
Hello. I think he's having some network issues. Probably a call came in. We expect him to join us as soon as possible. Let's just hold on for him and let's see how it pans out. Oops. I think he left. Let's try and send an invite to him again and see whether we can reconnect. He's still not back. Um, let's take a recap on what we've spoken about so far. The first half of the interview. He spoke about his growing up, having some parts of his growing up in Nigeria and also some in the US. and a true Nigerian, as in to the core, and the impact that has had on his career as a professional, and also he spoke about his relationship with Nigerian players back home here and also outside the country. And this half right now we probably focus more on his personal life, and I think we have him back. Kelechi,
Yeah.
you had it, right?
You said what?
I said you had a call. Somebody called you. You had it.
Yeah, I think so. I don't even know what happened. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. My network was shaky. MTN. I don't know.
So, all-time great for you, Nigerian player.
I remember. I'll have to say like all time. I tend to go towards guards. Towards guards. His name was Kingsley Ogumere. I know he was from Mowere. He played. In the World Championships. I want to say 96 or something like that. 96 World Championships. I would say Coach Ogo. Coach Ogo was a bad guy too. See this guy Chukudi. All these messages.
Remove your cap. Let's see your head.
Me, I'm not safe now. Nah, Barbara, see my head.
Let's see. I want
I have to promote my Make Africa Great Again.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So, but Coach Ogo, they're one of them like the guards. But there's a lot of great players in Nigeria. Like Nigeria had a lot of great players, a lot.
all right. This debate, LeBron James, Jordan, Kobe Bryant, a lot of debates going on and off about the best player that's ever played in the NBA, probably as an American or as an African or from Europe. For you,
right,
who would be your candidate to take the top spot?
I'm just gonna go by with those kind of three. Like I wasn't like honestly say like Jordan was great. I wasn't a Jordan fan like growing up. I like other type of players that like I could emulate, like I can emulate. But if I had to say between like Jordan, that top three, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, I have to say right now, Jordan. Like I grew up in the era where I was able to catch Jordan, like, when Jordan was Jordan, 97, 98, he retired, so I was able to catch him there. But Kobe is right there. I saw Kobe more. Kobe was Kobe was amazing. I didn't like his attitude. That's one thing I can never say I was a Kobe fan, but I respected Kobe as a player.
What about
Yeah,
James?
I was more. James is good. The thing I don't like, he's a powerful player, strong, athletic. He's a good. I would say on the court, he's not up there with them, like skill wise as a player. But if you're talking about as a whole, as a family man, basketball player, markets himself well, hasn't gotten into any trouble, like he's the GOAT. He's number one. But if it's talking strictly on basketball, it's like Jordan and Kobe 1A, 1B. Then Kobe and then LeBron, I guess you put him at 3.
I guess you watched the World Cup from our first game to the game against Argentina. The first game was against Russia. The second game was against Argentina. The third game was against Anuna, I think, that we won. Were you disappointed with the outcome of the championship? You thought
I wouldn't say disappointed. Like, of course, like just like any other Nigerian that's played or just patriotic, but especially the ones who play for Nigeria, we want Nigeria to win every match. We want Nigeria to win every match, everything. But it's like, so you have to understand, like, especially if you played on a pro level, some of these teams have been training together, the same 13, same 14 for years. You get, or they have the same 20 that have been training together. They just pick and choose. Okay, this one is playing in Eurobasket. This one is playing in World Cup. This one is playing in Olympic. Like this year, how many new guys played? Like, and they were like, some of these guys never played with each other ever in their life. You get what I'm saying? Like, so That's just my thing about it. Like, of course, as a Nigerian, like you, of course, you like, man, I want Nigeria to win every game, but it's just like some circumstances didn't happen that way. You know, not all our players were all the way healthy, like things like that, and they never play with each other, but they have the talent. That squad right there has the talent to get it done. You know, get it done.
I think we have the team captain just joined us now. Igwe Diogo,
Ah,
Ike Diogo, the Black Caesar 01.
yes, now that's Bros
Yeah,
Ike.
yeah. He's been here for forever, and it doesn't seem he's going anywhere in the next 2 years. Um,
Yeah.
what tell Nigerians what you personally feel or you think about him as a professional and also probably the most senior member of the team.
Oh man, he knows this, and this is not just saying it because he's on. That's my guy. Like we could catch up. I remember. I think before I came on or whatever, I was in back on the national team. We was in Arizona. I went to Arizona. He called me. They were playing pickup. A lot of the pros were playing at where he built that school, Arizona State. I called him. I said, hey, I'm in Arizona. He said, okay, cool. Call me, put me in the pickups. We playing everything. And like I said, he's very patriotic, not only as a Nigerian, but as an Igbo man. You get. So, that's one thing I like. He's very patriotic as a Nigerian, as an Igbo man. And, he does a lot of things. And, like, he did a lot of things for my foundation as well. Like, doesn't want any publicity, nothing. Like, he's doing it for Nigeria. Doesn't no kind of self wanting there. It's all about Nigeria. So that's why I respect him as an individual and as a captain.
Back to the domestic scene now. You've played in Nigeria here. What are those things? And
Yeah.
then you watch some of the games. Despite the fact that you didn't play in the DSTV league. And what are those things that?
Yeah.
What are those things? Let me put it like that. That you think should be improved on. If when the league kicks off after this coronavirus pandemic.
I would have to say I'm just laughing at these these comments are crazy. They say got blow pigeon. But no, I would have to say some like the referee skills. Like, we're trying, like we have some good referees, but I mean they have to adapt to not say, oh, this is Africa. Oh, you have to adapt to the world game. You have to get your players ready for the world's game, not just, oh, we're in Africa or the Continental League. Like, you have to get everybody prepared for the world game. So I'll say the referees, and then facility. Like, one thing, like, we have to work on our facilities. Like our facilities, like, I mean, there's no way we call ourselves the Giants of Africa, the Giants of Africa. And, you go to other countries, like look at Rwanda. See, Rwanda has one of the best facilities in the world now. Why can't we as Nigerians, like, what's going on where we can't have a facility like that? Our main facility is stadium facility, like see stadium. See you've seen the condition of stadium.
I can't see it now. So tell us, for people who have not been there, what's the condition?
Yeah, you're right. Like, the condition of stadium is not somewhere where in my own opinion, that you should say, okay, pros come and train. Like, these guys who on our national team, we have guys who play NBA, play EuroLeague, play China. These guys are making millions of dollars. Play, even the ones who are playing mid-level Europe or South America are making six figures. Regardless of the money, why can't we have a better facility? Like, I guarantee the school that I coach in Nashville is a private school. Our gym is better than the National Stadium. I'm not, you didn't laugh. You didn't laugh. I didn't laugh. Our gym is better than National Stadium, and that's just the honest truth. But it shouldn't be like that. Like, so even me, I'm asking you. Like, as you just asked me, I'd ask you a question. what's going what's going
Sorry,
on? Like,
sorry, I can't answer you. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, for adventure, you get named as the national team coach of Nigeria today. as it were. And then Olympics starts tomorrow. The top five.
I see where this is headed. Ah, Jesus.
The top five.
You wicked, I swear. Starting five. Now, Nigerians. That's on top. This guy question is no good because we have so many players. Like I tell everybody every day, Nigeria, we can have up to like 3 sets of teams to go to the Olympics.
Starting five.
Baba, let me see. Starting five. Point guard that are still currently playing, Abi.
Yes.
Right now.
Then
starting five.
The all-time best five.
Starting five right now. I'm going starting five right now. I would have to say Ike. That's because what he's doing right now. You know, like that's like a little brother, and I like his game. Like it's like a baby D Rose to me. Derrick Rose, like Ike. That's at the 1. Let me see. At the 2. I gotta throw Jordan in there. I gotta throw Jordan at the 2. I know I'm gonna go with a big lineup. I'm gonna go at the 2 at the wing. I'm just gonna call him wing. Jordan at the 2. Nah, this guy's my brother Solo. He's just trying to give me my he's confusing me. So I got the Ike and Jordan at the 1 and 2. The center, you know what? I'm not even gonna say somebody you're gonna think. I'm gonna put the center position. I'm gonna pick my guy that's never had a position. He's never got called to a camp, and that thing they pay me. My guy Chukudi, Madubu, Chuchu. I'm putting Chuchu at the 4-5. That's my boy. Like I'm putting Chuchu at the 5. I don't care what anybody has to say. I'll put my boy Chu at the 5. I know Bruce Ike was hurt a little bit, but to this day, if Ike is healthy, I'm putting my guy Ike at the 4. Okay, this guy said make I move Jordan to the 3. All right, I moved Jordan to the 3. Ooh, that shooting guard position is. Ooh.
You are the coach.
Yeah, I know I'm the coach. I know I'm the coach. Man, yeah, that's tough. Just on the strength, I gotta go. See, I'm biased. I'm being biased now. You see, I'm being biased. I see myself being biased. Because Ike was killing. Ike Nwamu was killing the D League, like the G League. The last 20 games with the Suns, he was averaging like 25 and 7, and like he was doing his thing. See, I got the blue pigeon. I got. So I have to say Ike Nwamu. I have to put Ike Nwamu. Yeah. Wesley Windu. I didn't see him play now. I didn't really watch this guy. This guy Solo is saying Wesley. I think the guy played for the Magic. I didn't really watch him play. So
what about your 4 and 5?
I said I put Ike, bro, Diogo, and then Chuchu. Yeah.
Okay, you're fired. 2021, 2022, because looking at the effect of the coronavirus and then the new calendar, Olympic will be in 2021, but we still be known after because of the branding. We have qualifiers for the AfroBasket 2021. We also have the AfroBasket proper 2022. Your expectations as per this tournament, how far do you think these guys can go, or the national team can go at the Olympics and also
I mean, I think the Olympics we should go pretty far. I also heard, I don't know how true it is. This boy, Jaleel Okafor, they say the guy won't play. I don't know. Did you hear that?
Breaking the news. Break it.
Oh no, that's not breaking the news. I heard it everywhere now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So
Oh, they said that Jaleel Okafor wants to play. Jaleel Okafor, if he plays, I mean, that's a good body to add. That's a great body to add. Um, NBA experience. You know, uh, I mean, we'll see. But I know that I know that we can do it. As far as Africa, with the Giants of Africa, when it comes to basketball, like Senegal, they no reach. Senegal no reach. Angola don't come out.
what
So
about
look at this. Tunisia, see Tunisia. This is the thing. Tunisia. I don't think they. This is the thing. I don't think they developed any new killers like they had. You have to understand their captain Nazar. Their captain Nazar. That guy's been playing national team since. I don't think like he was on my club team my rookie season, and he was still playing. He was still playing. And he was like a 6-year pro when I was a rookie, and that was 2012. So when I was surprised to see him again in 2017 in the championship game. It was like, Kelechi. I was like, oh, you still there play, guy. Like, so I haven't seen any developing from Tunisia, but Nigerians we did produce, whether it's in US or in Nigeria, we still did produce players. So I think we're still the giants of Africa.
okay? Are you in contact with any of these fast rising basketball players who of Nigerian descent based in the US? How much of contact do you have with them?
As far as the college players, right?
Probably college, probably those guys that have declared for the NBA. People making waves. Are you in contact with any of them?
Yeah, I know a few of them. I mean, I didn't really know Jordan. I know his papa, I know his dad, of course, but I don't really know Jordan like that. But we know each other, so we don't talk about basketball. Then there's one guy for sure that I think he needs to get some look at the national team. Just to get a test. Lagos boy, Martins Igbanu, he's at Tulsa. Martins Igbanu, powerful guy. He definitely needs a look. 6'7", 6'8", strong. I know he just finished up his year. He's gonna get a couple NBA workouts. Who else? Most of the other guys, they're still in school. They're still in school, so they're not really declaring for the draft. So
Um, let's go personal now. Let's go personal a bit.
you and your personal guy.
Yeah. You said before we concluded the, the first half of this interview. You said
Right.
currently single, so it gives you a room to choose and set your priorities right in terms of qualities of the woman you want to settle down with or you want to date.
Yeah.
So tell Nigerians and also all the people watching now and the people that will watch later.
Oh, Precious. This guy said Precious too. Yeah. I forgot about Precious too. Sorry not to cut you off, but he said Precious from Memphis. He's a guy. Yeah.
What are the qualities
Okay.
that is looking for in your woman?
Qualities in my woman. Should I be that question? I mean, a woman should be God-fearing. God-fearing woman. Let me say that, God-fearing. Like a Nigerian, I think she's a Nigerian. I feel like she should be in tune with her culture. You get that she should be in tune with her culture. I don't want any. I feel like this. If you're a Nigerian woman and you don't know your culture, then what's the difference with being married a foreigner? Do you get? What's the difference? Like, that's what I'm giving you as you got a little step because you know your culture. But I'll say God fearing, being in tune with your culture, you know, honest, and I feel like and one thing I don't like. I'll say one thing I don't like with women. Like I'll say like I don't like women who look down on other women. Do you get? That's like a. He said, "Don't confuse." I don't like I don't like women who look down on other women, like because of social status or all those kind of things. Like I always was taught like treat the janitor like you treat the CEO or your guy. Do you get? So that's I'll say like treat people fairly. Those are my qualities.
What
Then
about
you have to look good now. Physical attributes. Ah, physical attributes. See, to be honest with you, when I was younger, I like Yash. You get? When I was younger. Well, I was like, okay, like they all right, like they all right. So I don't really have any preference. It's just anyhow. When you get Yash, when you get, you be like, it don't matter. It's just, you fine, you fine. Beauty
so?
comes in all shapes and sizes.
Why are you single despite all your popularity, the female admirers around you? Why are you still single?
I mean, I think, like, what it is with Nigerian men, we have to understand that we have to know ourselves. Huh?
Know your age. For people watching, they should know your age. You're 30, right?
Yeah, I'm 30. I'm 30. I'm 30. Yeah.
Now continue.
Yeah, I just feel like, as a man, be careful with your answers. I don't see some of your babes, don't they join the live? No, no, no. I feel like as a man, you have to figure yourself out. Like when you're a young man, you really don't know yourself. You really don't know yourself. They do anyhow, they do anyhow, they do anyhow. They go do this one. Because you don't really know yourself. You haven't found what you wanted. So I feel like I need to find myself first. Then that way if I find myself, I won't be hurting anybody's daughter. Do you understand? Like I won't hurt it because I know myself, I know what I'm looking for. Because men, like me, I know I'm in a position where I can just, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Yes, I can do that. Those days are gone, really. I'm older now. So it's like, let me find myself, see what I want, then go pursue it. Then once I pursue it, collect it, it's like that.
So have you found yourself? You are still at the bus stop.
Yeah, I'll say I find myself. I find myself. I know what I want. I know what I want. I know I'm at a place where I can settle down. It's just when that one comes along.
Have you broken anybody's heart before?
Ooh. Yeah. I don't break out before now. I don't.
What happened?
Sad to say, but I have.
What
Huh?
happened?
Oh, what happened? Guy. Oh, wow. God, because you're my guy. You want this. Linda Kelechi Junior, the man version. I'll have to say, I was dating a Nigerian girl in the States. I was dating a Nigerian girl in the States, and we were dating for a couple years. And off and on. Like now I would say off and on. We were steady for a while. Then it hit like a rough patch. Then I was going. It's hard. People don't understand that have a relationship as a professional athlete. Whether your wife or your girlfriend is based in Nigeria or based in Yankee. They travel, you're in and out, in and out, in and out. You're gone for like 6 months, 5 months, or if you fly her to come, she might visit you. She's gone another 3 months. So it gets kind of rocky. So because of time apart, so it was getting rocky. So when I came back, we kind of just like, okay, let's take a break, right? And it wasn't even my idea. She's like, oh, let's take a break. So I had just came back from Mongolia, and Ugo called, the league called or whatever, like, okay, we want to fly you to Nigeria. For the league. So I was like, okay, I had to make a decision, like, okay, do I want to go back to Asia? Do I want to move back to Nigeria? So, I was like, So me and the girls, like, she remember she wanted the break. So I was like, all right, I just signed to go back to Nigeria, right? So it was like, oh, what does that mean? I was like, if I move back to Nigeria, this relationship is is over. Like, you understand? Like any other place in the world I can move to, but I'm moving back home. Nah, it's not. So, she was playing hard, doing her shakara. I moved back home and I found somebody else. And she was playing hard. It wasn't until, huh?
Continue.
Yeah, and I found somebody else in Nigeria. That year. So it was just
Yeah.
kind of like, you said what?
The basketball player.
No, not a basketball player.
One
See
of those
you
fans
trying to.
came, one of those fans that came to watch you play CBL or ABL or something like that.
No, I wouldn't say that. No. She had her own career. She was part of like the MG, the most beautiful girl in Nigeria. You know, one of those type of competitions. You know, she had a modeling career. You know, so you know, yeah. So we started dating, and then it was when I got back to the States. Like I said, I moved back to Nigeria. I came back to the States for a little bit to train, and like all hell broke loose. Like the girl, same girl that said like, same girl that was like, oh, you know, it's over. She's like, I broke her heart, blah blah blah. But you know,
Too
so
little,
that's awesome. Huh?
too late.
Yeah, it was just a little too late. It was a little too late. So, and I warned it. I made a warning, kind of like, this is gonna happen. So,
What's your impression of Nigerian girls in the US? Because we hear stories back home here that but but for you, you've had the experience. You mix with them. You see them around. What's your impression of about Nigerian girls in the US?
uh, it just like see, it varies. It varies. But I mean, like I said, a lot of Nigerian, like I can speak not all, but like right now I'm gonna speak of like my own tribe. I'm gonna speak of my own tribe. All right, my own tribe. Okay, a lot of Igbo people like kind of I don't know why, like especially like that they kind of shied away from our culture, kind of not shied away, but like kind of like didn't really embed it into their kids. You get so it's like when you see them, it's kind of like they're more so Americanized. They're Americanized, and you know, it's just like I mean, they still at the end of the day, like they still remember that they're Nigerian, but it's just like they're learning a lot of stuff that they're supposed to know a lot later, you know. So and it's like, but you have your ones who are solid and they're good. Like at the end of the day, is they're Nigerian. At the end of the day, it just depends on their upbringing. So I've seen some, like I lived in Lagos, so I've seen Nigerian girls. I've seen Nigerian girls that never come on Nigeria, but they'll blow from there anyhow. They don't speak they don't speak now they don't speak their native tongue, you know. So it depends. Like it all depends. Because like you said, I've seen Nigerians that were born in Nigeria, ones that were born in the States. It just depends. So somebody says simply Nigerian by name. Yeah, there's ones like that. They're only Nigerian because their name na Kelechi or their name na or something, so whatever.
Why did you mention Kelechi?
Nkechi is my mom's name, so that's the name that pops up, Nkechi. So
Quick question.
yeah.
Just pop. Um, R&B or hip hop or rap?
Mm. It depends on the mood. It depends on the mood, Sha. Depends on the mood. But like right now, I would say like right now, hip hop.
Best artist?
Best artist, hip
Yeah.
hop artist.
Yep.
Ooh, hip hop. If you're talking about hip hop, right now, Kevin Gates.
Okay. What about Nigerian artists? Your best, your favorite?
Oh, Nigerian artist. Yeah, I'm more into Afro beats than anything. I'm big on Fino and Burna Boy.
Okay. Any celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. Ooh, ooh, I got a few right now. Celebrity crush in Nigeria or in US?
US and Niger.
Mm, US. I'll have to say Kelly Rowland, the singer, and Kiki Palmer. Kelly Rowland, Kiki Palmer. Uh, Niger. Mm, Niger. I have to say. Mm, ooh, this is kind of hot. Niger. I have to say. I would say Sharon Oja from the actress.
All right. Best food?
Best food, I have to say that have to be Abacha.
Hmm. What a choice. Favorite color?
Favorite color?
Yeah,
Blue.
blue. Probably that's why you don't play much for Nigeria, since they don't use blue. Android or,
Probably.
Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Okay. You've mentioned you've spoken about relationship. Now let's go back to your career as a basketball player, right? Um,
Right.
biggest challenge ever faced as a pro?
Challenges as far as like an opponent
As a pro,
or
the biggest of all
like
as a professional basketball player.
yeah, like I'm saying like are you saying like on like opponent like on the court or the challenges like on the court or just also
Whatever,
like
probably um, growing up to become a professional basketball player.
oh okay like that challenge like that becoming a pro. I have to say just adjusting to like playing most of my life I played like wing. I played like the wing. So when I became a pro, like threw me into being a point guard instantly. Like I had to learn on the fly to be a one guard. I didn't really become an efficient one guard or run a team until like some years into it because I was more like a scoring guard, you know. And so I just had to learn how to balance when to score, when not to score, when to pass, when to, things like that. Because, like I said, when you play a certain position most of your life, it's and then, now you're playing for the money now. It's like you're playing for the money. Either you do the job or guy, they go send you home. So it's like, so that's why one of the biggest challenges. And I have to say, like, I like pressure, but playing in college with pressure and playing with being as a pro with pressure, whereas like I just said, man, there's a million people that want to take your job every day. You get like there's a million players, whether in US or in Europe, that want that position, that want that contract. So it's like, and in Europeans and all like pro teams, 1-2 bad games, like sometimes if you don't have that comfort, that comfort, you have to look over your shoulder, things like that. So that's just to know how to adjust and play. Like, okay, just play, guy, just play, just play, just play.
The most difficult opponent and the most difficult team that you've ever faced in your career.
Most difficult opponent. I always talk about him, man. Campuzzo. He plays for Real Madrid. At the time he was playing, he's also a starting point guard for Argentina. Campuzzo. He's like one of the, I think he led the EuroLeague in assists this year. Man, I played against him in 2013 in that Stankovic Cup. The guy was, man, elusive, real small, but elusive, can, like one of the best passers in the world. Like he's arguably like top three best passers in the NBA or EuroLeague in the world, period. The guy was real crafty.
What about team? The most difficult team.
Team? Mm, team. Let me see. I don't know. I wouldn't say the difficult team. If I had to say in that world competition, I had to say that Argentina team. The Argentina team was stacked. They had like Emmanuel Ginobili, all those dudes, Luis Scola. The Argentina team was good, real good. They won the turn. They won that tournament.
When you heard about the Olympic Games postponement, what came to your mind?
Oh, really? What came to my mind when I knew like this coronavirus is bad. Like that's what I first thought of. Like when they postponed the Olympics, that's like the world's biggest sporting event. When they postponed the Olympics, you're like, oh, there's something that we don't know that they know. So like that's how I took it, honestly. But man, I just knew it was, it's something that for next year. So.
Which NBA team do you support and why?
Oh, I don't really. Well, I'm in Tennessee. So Memphis, Tennessee, Memphis Grizzlies. They're kind of close. They're not too far. So I don't really have a favorite team. I have some players, but I like. But I'll say Memphis Grizzlies.
What about favorite team from the domestic scene? The domestic scene.
Oh, domestic scene. Of course, I have to go with UN Bank now. If I don't know if they have UN Bank again, but Are you
The
saying in Niger?
funky number.
Yeah, that one. That Union Bank team. I had a lot of friends that played for that team, the Union Bank team, or I'll just say Warriors. Dodo with Colonel Sam. You know, a lot of people was developed through Colonel Sam.
Let me put you on the spot. I know that you've
Mm.
played with some of these players before, on the domestic scene, or in the domestic scene rather.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these players that you think, if they were given a better opportunity, probably born into a different time, or brought up in an environment where they had better structures and infrastructures, better coaching, better coaches, will have probably developed into
Yeah,
becoming world stars.
man, that's man. It's a lot of most most of the local players in Nigeria. Like if they had just better infrastructure, like you said, better gyms. Just like here in high school, we can play year round basketball, play school ball, then we have club ball in the summer. We can play year round. We have trainers and things like that. We outdoor is so I would say like I know somebody that's still playing now. Abdul. I know his length. Abdul. I think if he had the opportunity to come here, and play, and a lot of guards too, like back then, like Ori, Moscow, like Ori and Moscow. Yeah, like this guy said, Dennis Tomoe. If Tomoe, a lot of these guys came to the States. No, I don't really know about the younger ones now, but because they're starting to come. But like Dennis Tomoe, Moscow, Ori, all those guys, if they came to the States and played and it was developed, man, nice.
The best 3-point shooter currently on the national team.
Currently on the national team.
Yeah.
Ah. Hmm. I would say Ike. Wamu.
Okay. Not Josh, not.
Oh, Josh. Josh
Okay.
from Minnesota, but
Yes.
nah. I think Ike's a better shooter.
Ike Diogo, right?
No, I think Diogo's a better shooter than him
Uh,
too. But I was saying Ike
Ike
Wamu.
one more. Okay.
Yeah. But Ike's a better shooter than Josh too, in my opinion.
In your opinion, okay. Very bad. Um, let, let's look at what you have been doing. Um, what you've been doing for kids in Nigeria through your foundation.
Right.
Um, tell us the man behind, or the dream behind, the Kelechi Anuna Foundation.
The dream behind that, all kind of started, as a young kid before even going to Nigeria, whatever for school or whatever or for the visit. It was just that, when I was young, here, like I remember my parents, they were like, oh, we take pictures, send pictures to our cousins or whatever, and we just relate. They'll go to the cafe in Nigeria at that time, and we'll go to our computers, we'll just chat, like, oh, you play football, we'll send them boots, we'll go home, we'll pack all our old tennis shoes, and see them, they would like covet it. It was like something that we didn't use again, but they would like all this Africa, they would take it and covet it. You understand, like
Krika.
precious, and
Okrika. It's not
yeah.
Krika.
So, exactly. So they'll take it and enjoy it. So it was just kind of like, when I got older, I was like, man, especially going home on my own, I was like, moving back to Nigeria, I was like, these ones need it. They need it. Like I remember the time I was at National Stadium, like, oh, Keleba ball, like 2016, like literally. I went to drop some stuff to that time. Dalu was in Nigeria that time before he went to NBA Academy. It was with Coach Charlie, all those Raptors boys. I went there just to. The league didn't even start. ABL hadn't start yet. So, but my uncle owned some flats on the mainland in Satellite. Satellite relay side. Owned some flats there. So I went to go visit him. I said, okay, let me go to the stadium, go see these boys. Just played around with them. I almost went home naked, like literally from socks, shoes, tanks, everything that was in my Jeep, I kind of like gave it away. So that's kind of when it started. I was like, man, I need to do something for these boys back home. You know, I need to do something. So that's the following year, 2017. That's when I started the Kelechi Anuna Foundation, and then the shoe drive
Short-term plan.
for the foundation.
Yes.
Short-term plan for the foundation. Also to bring kids, help kids, or I'll say help kids develop in Nigeria, and just to motivate them to know like, okay, you have senior ones in the States or abroad that know you need things, and they will run camps, things like that in Nigeria. That's my short term.
What about medium and long term?
Medium and long term, like I want to have like an academy. Like that's one thing. Like my trainer here, Marcus Kenza, we talk about a lot. Like he's a great trainer here, American guy, but he's trained a lot of pros. He trained. He's also Ndidi Madu, her trainer. Ndidi. Yeah, he's also her trainer here. So, cause we grew up together. So, like what I want to do is have like a academy, like a big annual academy, like a 3-day, 4-day, 5-day academy where I'm getting the best kids in Nigeria, and we're lodging them. We're doing like, workouts. I'm bringing Nigerians, pros as counselors. Like me and Ike Diogo, we talk about that all the time. We're actually planning on doing one real soon. Doing one real soon because, like I said, he has some like a best interest of Nigerian kids in his heart as well. So that's one thing I want to do, like a 5-day camp, have trainers come in. Camp counselors are Nigerian national team players, the ones that can look up like, this is senior bros. Like they can actually touch you and relate with you. We can work out with them. It's not only coaching them, we're actually working out with them, playing set with them, then taking them back to the hotel. They can camp, that type of camp. Like all these Steph Curry and Kevin Durant have their own 5-day camps, 3-day camps in the States. That's what my long-term goal is to do in Nigeria. And then give these kids the opportunity to either grow. Hopefully by that time, Nigerian league can send players out without going to Yankee. But if not, it's a clean avenue. I say clean, clean avenues for coaches to come over, and it's like, oh, we want to bring this kid. They can scout. So,
what will you describe as your achievement so far since the inception of the program in 2017?
achievements.
Yeah.
I would say, I know last year, I feel like it's growing every year. Like I think you've been a part of the one that was at, I don't think you didn't come to the one last year, but you came to the one 2 years ago at Stadium. Like yeah, at Stadium, like this thing, like I think it's like 250 kids there in 2018. 250 kids there. 2019, last year's edition, I did it in the Ikeja at Dolphins. I did at Dolphins. Man, it's like 200 kids plus. Like, I would say like just being able to feed all the kids, let them enjoy themselves. Like this, give out the shoes. Last year I gave out like 100 pair of shoes to the kids, along with basketball, and I gave two scholarships as well. So I just wanted to grow. I don't like to dwell on the accomplishments because I know what my goals are for the camp and for the foundation. So I just wanted to grow each year.
Do you have any major sponsor, or just have individuals keeping in their own piecemeal, or it's just basically something you do all by yourself? And how do you get those shoes?
Yeah, basically right now it's just, I call it through the mud. Through the mud. I'm just grinding. Like I'm talking with a few people that concerning some bigger sponsorships. Spalding, and One Shoes. I'm speaking with them about some sponsoring like this year. This year's, but it's postponed now. But hopefully, when these things open up, so I can enter Nigeria, do the camp. So like I said, Spalding and one for this year. But other than that, it's just been a lot of
Hello. Are you sure you're in the US or you're in the village? Because of this internet. Hello. Can you hear me? Kele Bobo. Can you hear me? Kelechi. Oh boy. We're about to conclude today's edition of NBBFInstalive, and I guess once again Kelechi Anuna is having some issues with his network. As soon as it comes back online, we're going to wrap up. It's coming back now. Yep, let's wrap up. Kelechi, are you in the US or you are
Yeah.
in the East?
No, all those personal questions where you ask me, all the babes they blow my line now. So no.
Your things have finally found you out.
No.
The challenges, as in
Of
being the brain behind a foundation targeted at thousands of youths, less privileged youths, and how to go by. What are the challenges that you face when you probably try to meet people or you try to get those people who really need these shoes?
Man, it's just tough because, like, for me, I feel like I have a good heart and I have a soft spot for Nigerian youth, you know. So I have to realize that I can't give to everyone. It's not possible to give to everyone, you know. And that's just one of my biggest things that I'm not able to give to everyone. Um, Other than that, I mean, it's just, you know, who to give it to. You know, like you have to pick. You can. It's hard to look at a kid and say, okay, oh yeah, now we have 100 shoes, but we have 300 people here. You get a shoe, you don't get a shoe. Everybody has Tata shoe, you know. So it's like, how do you? So that's why the last 2 years I had them compete in a way. I had them compete, level them up in their age group, and you compete. You know, I make sure that if you don't get shoes, maybe you get a shirt, or you get a basketball, or you get something. But you know, everybody wants sneakers, everybody wants Converse. So it's like, you know, but hopefully by God's grace, you know, I'll get a big shoe sponsorship, or you know, where I can cover the amount.
How do you select the kids that come for your programs? Do you invite them or is it just a free for all?
You know, the first three have been free for all. Like I couldn't find myself saying like, okay, um, you pick because what I've noticed is that if I say, okay, oh yeah, now Coach E, pick for me, they'll just bring their own. You know, Nigeria will use they'll use bring their own. So it's kind of like, okay, free for all, post it, you know, let everybody come, then we go from there. But I do believe the next camp, I plan on doing one. I plan on doing one in Lagos, but the biggest one, the one where I would lodge kids for 2 days, will be nowhere. So you'll have to travel down to nowhere, you know. And I will fund. It'll be like elite camp. I'll have like 25 kids. I will lodge, you know, pay for their lodging, pay for their transport, you know. They'll have all those kids that come to the east, whether they're coming from the north or coming from Lagos, you know, they'll just they'll get everything they needed. They'll get their shoes or whatever.
You spoke about the 2020 edition. It has been postponed right now till further notice. What are those things that we are expecting? You've spoken about probably having 25 kids, you know, fully paid for their accommodation, transportation, feeding. Apart from that, apart from those special 25, who else are those we cater for? And then what are the things that we expect from the camp and after the camp?
I'll say like other ones, like the ones in Lagos. That 25. I just want to do it because I know like my first time doing the camp was in Lagos. I was doing it in Lagos, you know, but I'm from the east. I'm from nowhere, so it's like all my people in the east. They were like, get over, bro. This one you did do camp in Lagos. Do camp in Lagos, you know, like it is. My people in the East are like, you know, good though. Like you guys come to the East, so I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna just say, oh, I'm bringing all Igbo kids to my camp. I won't do that, but it will be hosted, and it can bring some type of revenue, some type of type of thing. I can give jobs to people in my own area. It's not only about basketball, like it's about bringing business to where it's bringing like I'm paying people to cook food, I'm paying for the hotel, So it's also it's more than basketball with me. It's helping my people in my hometown, But as far as Legos, I was still having a free for all camp. I'll try to limit it this year to like 100. First 100, that's all I have to do. First, just tell them on time because I know like last camp, well, it was a mistake kind of. Educate had his camp and I had my camp on the same week. So there was kids going from stadium all the way to Ikeja through traffic. A lot of people here will tell you there were people like kids were coming. Like we closed the door, kids were still coming, trying to compete. Like where are you coming from? Some people they didn't want to say like, oh, we just left education camp, or we're coming to your own camp. It's kids everywhere, man. So I just have to do Legos like 100, and then I'll pick a select of the top elite. I'll take some coaches, Coach Charlie, all these different coaches. Like, give me 5, give me 2 of your best. Then bring them down to where, and we will have like a elite camp.
All right. We wish you all the best as you try to give back to Nigeria, to the kids out here, and then trying to make people fall in love with basketball and also follow your footsteps and possibly outshine you in this basketball career.
For sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, last 2 questions for you before you go on a lighter mode. How do you relax? How do you hang out outside this basketball arena?
Outside the basketball level, like me, as far as just chill with my friends. I might, watch Netflix, go get a drink, eat, drink. I like home foods. I like to relax. I might go out once in a while, but like when I want to relax, I like going home. I like coming to Lagos. Coming to Nigeria to relax. That's why I come to relax. Like everybody asks, oh, you going on vacation? I was like, I'm going home. Like I go home, So
last one one before the last. Advice to upcoming kids who want to take basketball as a profession.
As a professional, man, whether in Nigeria or in the States, you have to put in the work. Like you have to put in the work.
That's because the challenges that we face here.
So you said in Nigeria.
Yes.
In Nigeria, I would just have to say like keep a level head, and just like also in Nigeria you have to work and keep the hope. You have to keep the hope, like because I know I've seen a lot of players, and that's like I said one reason I did my foundation. A lot of players they just get discouraged. I've seen so many. If you see my inbox, so many players like bros. I didn't come to your camp. I didn't do this in your camp. I wasn't able to meet up. Like I don't have shoes. I don't have kids. Like, just keep the hope, and hopefully, like we can. I see the Division I, Division II competitions that have been going on. That these kids can get into that, and keep their hope, because that's the thing that's killing Nigerian kids is just the hope. They feel like no one is there for them. That no one cares. The government doesn't care. Sports commissioners in the states, they don't care. Like, they're supposed to be organizing competitions and nothing is happening, So just keep the hope, man. That's the main thing, because the talent, once you have hope, man, the talent will come. When a kid feels like somebody believes in them, like, man, the sky is the limit. Sky is the limit.
Quick one. How do you cope with female admirers? Quick one. How do you cope?
How do I cope with
female admirers? Yes.
How do I cope with female admirers? Only which kind of questions is how do I cope with?
Very quick one.
How do I cope? Like, I don't understand that question. Cope, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how to answer that question. How do I cope?
All right, Kelechi, thank you for being a very charitable guest. We hope that when you
No problem.
come back.